How's it going, everyone? It's Artifact, and today I'm going to give you a couple of little compositional tips on making an arrangement, and this is a bit of a softer liquid arrangement today. So let's have a little listen to the loop I've made, then you can decide if you like me or hate me. So we've got a bit softer from the one from yesterday where I made this kind of vital liquid bass synth, and I've kind of taken that out and I wanted to go down a bit of a softer road. So if I just give you a few compositional tips in case you like the loop, then you can apply them to your own productions. So the first bass I've made is in vital, and it's this liquid fizzy bass. I won't go into the patch today, I just uploaded it for the patrons, so that's something for them. The second part is this second bass, which is what I call like the Renegade Reese bass, which is got a classic nice wobble to it, and that really contrasts the other bass. So if you use it as an octave up, can be quite a nice little touch. And then yeah, this is all with free stuff as well. Like Vital is free, and then the rest of the sounds I've used are from Spitfire Labs, which is also free. And yeah, trying to find these cool little sounds to make a bit of a nice subtle liquid track. So this is the Woods Hollow. Sounds really cool, and I've just used it as a kind of one shot here at the beginning. If we talk about the notation quickly as well, we are rocking in E, and the bass is quite simple. It goes up a little semitone to F and back down to E again, and then on this kind of second response section here, it does the same. It goes up to F, and then it drops down to D before it repeats. So this second part, the Renegade Reese, also it's quite simple. Yeah, the first one is just an E, and then the second one, I think it goes to a G. Yeah. So that one's created a bit of tension there because it's kind of a new note in the sequence. But yeah, so the first part kind of just repeats, or the bass repeats the whole way through. And then we just introduce a few extra instruments and a shaker towards the end to finish off the 16-bar loop. And yeah, if we go back to the next instrument, next one is this wood pad, and this again is from Spitfire Labs. It's this overblown kind of wood texture, which really went quite nicely with the bass. So in the first section here, I'm just using a low octave, and you can only hear it a little bit. But it's providing this kind of background sort of drone texture to the bass, and I've taken out the low end of it though. And if we look on the second section here, I introduced the higher octave where you can start to hear the sound a bit more. Again, for this second section, higher pitch and extra instrumentation equals more tension. So the first part is a bit more of a release, and the second part goes into tension here. The other thing that increases the tension for this second section is just the introduction of a faster shaker, so rhythmic complexity and speed, also to induce more tension. So let's go back. Some little counter melodies that I've just played in here are these little piano drops, and again that's just from Labs as well. Soft piano, and just playing quite a high note. Sounds quite nice, and just throwing a really long delay on it from the Echo Boy on the infinite space setting, so without it and with it, just this really long delay, which is really nice to fill up a bit more space in what is quite a minimal kind of loop, you know? So on this second one here, the note is just slightly different at the end. You know, rather than a G, we drop down to an F, and it just creates a little bit more interest melodically throughout the loop. And these guys just repeat, and then everything kind of just repeats. The only thing that's different here is the shakers and the extra higher note of this wooden kind of pad here. And then by having those sort of changes, you know, we can effectively loop that, and although it's the same 16 bar loop, it won't necessarily lose interest, because within the 16 bar loop there's this kind of this main change that happens here where we introduce more instruments, and also every 4 bars is already quite interesting because we've got these kind of melodies going up and then down, you know, within this kind of 4 bar section as well. So that doesn't really get too tiring either. So it's quite a nice little loop to get started with for a liquid tune. But yeah, definitely check out Spitfire Labs if you've never heard of them before, because they have some really wicked free instruments that you can use for liquid and stuff like that. I'm not like great at making a liquid, so I like to do it a little bit as a challenge. But yeah, this kind of sounds like a pretty cool loop so far, so it could have some potential. Let me know in the comments below what you think I should add next, if you've got any other cool ideas for some liquid kind of sounds. And yeah, peace. Have a wicked day.